What if the government already knows where every terrorist is hiding, but the violence still continues? That is the explosive claim made by controversial cleric Ahmad Abubakar Gumi. According to him, Nigerian authority knows the name and location of every terrorist across the country, but security agencies have never publicly confirmed this. So, who is telling the truth? Because if this claim is true, it raises a dangerous question. Why are attacks still happening? This is not just about one statement. It is about Nigerians' fight against terrorism, national security, and public trust in government. In this investigation, we break down Gumi's claim, the hidden politics behind them, and what they could mean for Nigeria's security strategy. If you care about the future of Nigeria and want deeper political analysis, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join the conversation, because this story raises questions the country cannot ignore. The controversy started during a television interview. Islamic cleric Ahmad Abubakar Gumi made a bold statement. He said the Nigerian government already knows every terrorist by name and by location. According to him, his meetings with armed groups in northern Nigeria were never secret. He claimed security agencies were aware of his movement whenever he traveled to meet them. He even said police and traditional rulers were sometimes informed before he visited areas controlled by armed groups. So the question is simple. If the government knows where terrorists are, why are they still operating? To understand these controversies, we must understand Gumi's role in Nigeria's security debate. For years, he has promoted dialogue with bandits and armed groups operating mainly in northwest Nigeria. These groups have been responsible for kidnapping, attacks on villages, mass abduction, and highway kidnapping. Areas like Benigawa have suffered repeated attacks for years. But instead of calling for military action alone, Gumi has often argued for negotiation and engagement. He believes some fighters can be convinced to abandon violence through dialogue and religious counseling. Supporters say this approach could reduce bloodshed. Critics say it could encourage criminals and weaken the rule of law. Gumi insists his visits to armed groups were done openly. He said he informed authorities before traveling to those areas. Sometimes he said community members, even women, accompany him. But here is where the controversy deepens. Security agencies have rarely confirmed publicly that they approved these meetings. This creates three possible explanations. The first one is that authority quietly allowed the meetings as part of a backdoor channel peace strategy, while the second explanation is that the meeting helped gather information about armed group, while the third explanation is that government officials wanted to avoid appearing to negotiate with terrorists. Each possibility raises serious questions about how Nigeria handles insurgency. But Gumi made another claim that has received less attention. He suggested that foreign actors may be supporting terrorist groups in Nigeria. He pointed to the advanced weapons used by some militants. He also argued that attacks sometimes increase after international criticism of Nigeria. This theory is controversial. Weapons do flow into West Africa from regional conflicts, especially after the fall of Muammar Gaddafi in Libya. But there is a little public evidence that foreign powers are deliberately trying to destabilize Nigeria. Still, the claim reflects a wider belief among some political observers that the crisis may be involved international arms network and cross-border trafficking. But here's the part nobody's talking about. Even if the government does not know every terrorist, local community often do. Many bandits operate in rural areas where residents know their identity. The real problem may not be lack of information. It may be lack of capacity, coordination, or political agreement on how to stop them. Gumi's comments have triggered strong reactions. Some Nigerians believe he is simply exposing uncomfortable truths about the security crisis. Others accuse him of being too sympathetic to criminals. Security experts also remain divided. Some argue that negotiations has worked in other conflicts around the world. Others insist that negotiating with armed groups only encourage more violence and kidnapping. For communities affected by attack, the debate feels far more personal. Many residents simply want one thing: safety. Nigeria has spent more than a decade battling terrorism and banditry. Groups such as Boko Haram, Islamic State West Africa province has already destabilized part of the country. Meanwhile, bandit groups in the northwest continue to expand their operation. The longer the crisis continues, the more it affects national security, economic stability, and public trust in government. And statements like Gumi's raises uncomfortable questions about the effectiveness of Nigeria's strategy. So what happened next? There are three possible paths. The first scenario is that the government focuses more on military operation to eliminate armed groups, while the second scenario is that authority combine military pressure with dialogue and reintegration program, while the third scenario is that the conflict continue without a clear national strategy. Each path carries risk, but one fact remains clear: Nigeria cannot defeat insecurity without a coordinated and transparent approach. So here is the question Nigerians must ask: does the government truly know the terrorists behind this attack, or is the country still struggling to understand a complex security crisis? Because the answer to that question may shape the future of Nigeria's stability. What do you think? Is dialogue with armed groups the right strategy, or should the government take a tougher approach? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep investigation into Nigerian politics, security, and power struggle, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification, because the next story may reveal even more about the force shaping Nigeria's future.